Good afternoon. Hi, this is Dale from Loan Cabin here with Erica Myrie from Charles Rutenberg Realty here in Naperville. Today I'm here to talk to you about not so much as a loan officer or any mortgage products, but more as a person who's owned his house for 22 years, has my kids are growing up, and my wife and I have had the discussion about possibly downsizing. I don't know whether we're going to actually do that or not, but it's certainly come to the table to discuss. So Erica, I wanted to ask you questions as, lean on your expertise. I've done a lot of open houses with realtors, so I've learned a lot along the way. I certainly don't know it all, but I've certainly observed a lot. And one of the things I see, like in a market here like the Chicago area, there's different neighborhoods and different towns, and some areas do sell faster than others. But as an example, a lot of times, and I could be wrong on this, if I see a house like in a very popular area like Orland Park, right? Mm-hmm. And it's listed for $300,000 and it's been on the market for more than 30 days, that tells me it's priced too high. But is that the case or not necessarily the case?
Well, there is many factors go
Summer months, let's say.
Yeah, you might not have a motivated seller.
Mm-hmm.
You might have that. The house may be overpriced. Maybe, it just depends.
Okay.
It just depends. So there is many factors really that goes into it. But to answer your question, if you see the house that sits on the market for 30 days, it's not necessarily means that the house is overpriced. There could be a lot of other things there.
What do you do with sellers who, in their mind, think that their house is worth, and let's say in this case $320, okay? And it very well may be worth that, and as far as the money they've put into it, and the pride of ownership, right?
Right.
But unfortunately, there's nothing in the area that would substantiate that sales price. It's almost, I don't know, what's the term, a white elephant or whatever, where it just kind of stands out, but there's nothing above and beyond that supports that value. And I could tell you from a lending perspective, let's say they were even fortunate enough to get a 320 offer. If the appraisal comes back and none of the comps support that 320, they're going to have to more than likely bring their sales price down to where the appraisal. Because as a lender, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about lending, but as a lender, they're not going to lend on anything. They're going to lend on the lower the appraised value of the purchase price.
And that is correct. And in that case, they either have to drop the price to the appraisal value, or they're not going to sell.
Or the buyer pays cash for the difference, which to this, I've never seen that happen.
I never seen that happen
Have you seen it happen?
No, never seen that happen.
And then, as far as staging the house, I bought my house over 20 years ago, about 10 or a little more closer to 15 years ago. I did a big addition and a lot of renovations. But now all the realtors are saying I got to paint my cabinets white. Is that the truth? Well, I'm kind of old school. I admit that I'm old school. I like my dark cherry wood cabinets, but they're like, no, you got to paint them white. I'm like, I don't know if I can do that.
Well, white and gray now is
white
in style. That is correct. Yes, white and gray.
So I got to wash my hands every morning before I get up, before I get a cup of coffee, because if I touch the cabinet and there's fingerprints on it, I got to wipe that off every day.
That is correct. Yes. That's what you got to do.
What other helpful hints, whether you're an existing homeowner like me who's looking to downsize or anyone who's looking to sell, what are some key tips in staging a property?
Well, you want to keep the house really nice and clean. You want to do not over furnish your house, because that makes your house to look much smaller. You want to clean the windows. Cleaning windows makes your house look much bigger. You want to make sure your house smells nice when someone comes in.
So should I put an apple pie in the oven before people come in?
Well, no, but the dogs probably should be outside.
Yes.
Just little things like that makes a whole big difference with them.
And I can assure you, if I go to sell my house, I don't have a 3 or 4 foot alligator in my house like a couple other people in the Chicago area apparently recently have had. So we're all good there.
We've seen everything. We've seen birds, snakes. We've seen
really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't feel as bad, but I will cut my grass too before they come. Okay.
That is a must. Yes.
Okay. Well, hopefully that was helpful. That was just more of my curiosity as a person that may list his house on what you should do, and those are little helpful hints. If you have any questions and you live in the Chicagoland area, feel free to call Erica. Erica, what's your phone number?
708-829-4687. You can also email me at emyrehomes@hotmail.com.
Thank you, Erica.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.